A car driver has a seizure at the side of the road after they've just pulled up. It results in them flooring the throttle and driving into the car that's in front of them. How will the claim work? Is that driver at fault or liable because they had a seizure? Or is there any way of removing liability and not settling the damages to the red car because technically the driver of the Mercedes was not negligent? Before we get into it, if you enjoy these videos, do make sure to drop a follow. So if you're able to remove negligence on this kind of claim, it's known as an automatism defence. Essentially, the argument is that the driver is not negligent because they were not aware or in control of their actions, and it was a completely unforeseen event. However, for you to be able to run with this kind of defence, you would need a lot of information, such as medical history, along with all of their medical records, to show that it is completely unforeseen. For instance, a diabetic person having a diabetic episode is not unforeseen, and a person with heart issues having a heart attack is not unforeseen. It's also worth mentioning that something being unforeseen is exceptionally rare. I had maybe 7 or 8 opportunities of an automatism defence in my 8 years of directly handling claims, of which I'd be running between 400 and 600 claims at any one time consistently. And all of those 7 or 8 opportunities ended up being linked to pre-existing or known issues. Not one of them ended up being viable for an automatism defence. Now, in addition to that, you also have to weigh up, if you do have the chance of running a defence, if it's in the person's best interests to run that kind of defence. They'd need to attend court most likely and be questioned about the event and their medical history and their life. Would adding that kind of stress to their life be worth it, or would they just rather you settle the other driver's claim on the basis that they were at fault? So yes, you can get out of liability potentially, but it's exceptionally rare, and even if you think you can, is it actually worth it? Probably not. I would imagine that the Mercedes driver's insurance company paid out for the damages to the red car fairly quickly in this instance. But if they didn't, and they were successful with that defence, what would happen with the red driver's claim? Well, ultimately, this is why you have a comprehensive policy. So if there's no negligence and nobody to claim off, you can use the benefit of your comprehensive insurance policy. Lovely jubbly, sound as a pound.